But I was on one of those calls, and I told you this too. I talked to you about this. But I realized what I did was immediately, anytime I meet a man, even in this online platform, even on a Zoom call, anytime I meet a man, I have to identify, I have to place them in a, I have to judge them and then place them in a box of whether or not I'm better than they are or they're better than me. And so I always look for something that is going to make me better than them, some judgment that is going to mean in my brain alone, right? Because this thought process is just mine, but some sort of judgment. So then I can safely say, aha, there we go. I'm better than that guy. And the only reason it is that way is because I then feel safe to be in the space with men. And this is another one that is like a huge shift in perspective and thought process. I've never thought of it this way. Mm-hmm. I was kind of aware of how judgmental I was about other men, but I thought it was partially just being an asshole. And I was like struggling to, I was like feeling very guilty and shameful when I would judge other men, because I was like, damn it, don't do that. Don't judge people. We shouldn't be judgmental of other people. You know, you never know everybody's story, all those kind of things, which are very, very true. And so I was being really hard on myself internally when I realized I was continually doing this. So it was becoming more and more aware of how judgmental I am of men specifically, because that's what we're talking about. And then I just had the clarity of like, fuck, it isn't from this place of being a judgmental asshole. It's only from this place of trying to feel safe in the moment and feel safe in the space. And so I can literally think over the course of my life, every time I would go into a space that was some male-dominated space, or even when there would be other men there, mm-hmm. or boys, right back when I was a kid or a teenager, I would always identify the part about that person that I could identify for my own frame of reference and my own mindset that would either make them stronger or weaker than me. And if they were stronger than me, I would do one of two things. I would either idolize them and make them like this, you know, person that I looked up to, or I would say, fuck that guy, and I wouldn't want to spend any time with that guy. And then on the flip side, the majority of the time, it's not the person is stronger than me. It's the person is weaker than me, or not as smart as I am, or not as capable as I am, or like there's a myriad of fucking judgments that I would place on people. And then once I have that judgment, it then allows me to be safe in the space because mm-hmm. I am better than they are. That's the verbiage, but I realize the reality is it's not I am better than that person. It is, how do I make myself feel safe here? How do I make myself, what is the thing that I do in order to feel safe so that I can be here in the moment, so that I can be here in the space? All of those kind of things. And the realization of this, dear, like the shift of this is, oh fuck, groundbreaking for me, because it made, like, it's twofold. I have the relief that I'm not such an asshole, which is really, really nice. Because, you know, I'm carrying that for a long time, of thinking that I was just a really big jerk and I needed to be less of a jerk. So there's a big relief from that. But then inversely, it's like, oh, fuck, I hardly ever feel safe. And then it's the realization of like, I have to figure out how to be around men and be in the space with men and go into spaces with men and have a, like, now it's the realization that I don't feel safe in those spaces. And that has never really been clear to me.
Yeah.
That has never really been something that I was aware of. In my mind and in my thought process, it was like, yeah, I'm fucking safe. Like I was, like, There's the men that I'm afraid of, like physically, are so few and far in between. Very rarely have I ever, like, I don't know, this guy could totally kick my ass. I just don't have that thought process. So the idea that I didn't feel safe with men or didn't feel safe in a space with men, like, no, fuck off. Of course I feel safe. Why would I not feel safe, right? I can kick everybody's ass in here, right? But it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with being able to kick somebody's ass. It's totally the emotional part of, I don't feel safe around men. They're going to make fun of me. They're going to laugh at me. They're going to hurt me. They're going to like shun me and ostracize me. They're going, I'm going to be the outsider. I'm going to be judged. They're going to talk about me behind my back. I mean, you just name it. All these things come up that just do not allow me to be safe in that space. Or all those fears come up that stop me from feeling safe in that space. So hence my coping mechanism of immediately judging and identifying and then moving on, because now I feel safe because I'm better than they are. And that's just fucked up. That's such a fucked up coping mechanism. There's a part of it that's fucked up. And then baby, I'm going to stop fucking talking for a minute. Let me take a breath. You keep talking.